It is the general definition of subnames such as microbes, bacteria, viruses, parasites. There may be microbes that are useful, as well as microbes that threaten human health. Microbes from animals, the processes of transmission to humans, in some cases life hazards may occur. What is germ? A microbe, another name of which is a microbe, is the smallest structures that can be seen with a device called a microscope. Microbes can be studied in two different groups for human health. They are separated from each other as beneficial and harmful microorganisms. Microbes continue to exist in very different ways and often begin to multiply in the environments in which they adapt. How is the germ transmitted? Microorganisms are often structures that are transmitted from people to people. They can enter the human body in different ways, as they can be transmitted by hands, nose, throat, ears. Bacteria and viruses can in some cases enter the body through the air. Sneezing and coughing are the most common form of transmission. Microorganisms can be transmitted by spitting and by contact. In contact with any item, as they can be found in crowded environments, it is easier for microbes to reproduce in cases of injury. What should be considered to protect against germs? In order to be protected from germs, some simple measures need to be followed. With these rules set by scientists, a person can achieve protection from short or long-term diseases. If you're curious about the value of the car, find out in seconds. Arabam.com. 50% government encouraged food card for small businesses. Ticket restaurant meal card. By Taboola. The most important rule to be followed to prevent the transmission of germs is personal hygiene. Washing hands with antiseptic soap and general decontamination are among these. If there are open decks, they should be given the necessary attention. Repeated use of used products can minimize the transmission status of germs. Common use of items and unnecessary contact is one of the important ways to protect against germs. Where are the places where there are too many germs? Microbes can be transmitted through contact. However, they are likely to enter the human body through the air or in different ways. Contact with these places should be avoided, as microorganisms are especially present in some places. Kitchen sink and kitchen utensils. Bath towels. Toilet tools and equipment. Office and household items. Common soaps. Cell phones and cars. Mechanisms for public transport. Places where there's a lot of contact, like an ATM. How is the treatment performed when the germ is infected? When the germ is infected, the person faces the problem of infection. Since this condition can develop in different ways, the treatment path to be followed is different. If microbes have caused respiratory diseases, it may be possible to treat them with various medications.